Breaking news. So many Nigerian youth have already seen P2B as voice of Nigerian youth. Do you know that years back, some Nigerian youth have already lost interest in politics, believing that their votes can never count. Like so many people have stopped even going for voters card. That is because of the traditional pattern of politics in Nigeria. Let me even inform you that so many Nigerian youth have even believed that there is no need of them casting their votes anymore. So other felt politicians only appeared, during elections and disappears afterwards. There is nothing like connection between between your governor or between you and your president as a civilian. So many young Nigerians focused more on survival than governance because life itself had even become very difficult enough for many Nigerian youth. So then suddenly something started looking like it's changing. After P2B emerged, he was serving as a governor in Anambra State, which where he did his services very well. He actually showed an example of good leader. He brought hope to the minds of Nigerian youth, which made a lot of Nigerians started giving in to politics again, started giving interest and showing interest to politics once again. And it looks like many of them have even started getting their voters card again. And at this time, the center of change was even P2B. It looks like the real story is how ordinary politicians' campaign transformed into something most powerful youth driven political movement Nigeria has seen in decades. This have not happened in a very long time. Many Nigerians come out to do rally for P2B. You go on social media, you see a lot of videos flying all over the media. People debate on his name, people talk about him, he becomes the talk of the town. The obedient movement, at first, many people underestimated it. Honestly, many people saw this movement as something that can never hold. But guess what? Some thought it was just going to be another social media trend that will just come and go. But guess what? It didn't just disappear like that. It didn't just end like that. Young Nigerians across the country even started showing interest, started calling themselves obedient because this was the example P2B came in with. Not because they were paid, not because they were rewarded with anything, but because they decided that they want to genuinely support P2B. They genuinely had they have finally found a politician who represented their frustrations and their dreams. P2B talked about the frustrations of Nigerian youth, talked about the dreams of how Nigerian youths, should look like, their work, creating employment, and also creating job opportunity. These things was like speaking the minds of many Nigerians. Guys, all these things started with timing. Nigeria was already facing rising inflation, unemployment, insecurity, hunger, poor electricity, and growing frustrations among the young people. Many graduates had no jobs, even up till now. Many graduates still don't have jobs. Many business owners find it difficult, struggling, and cost of living kept on increasing rapidly. Then P2B entered the conversation with a completely different style. This made many Nigerians believe that it could be something that can still be done. So while many politicians, focus heavily on attacks, power struggles, getting the seat, political dramas, Obi constantly talked about economy, production, how employment should be created, education, investment, reducing the cost of things, and even reducing the waste in government. For many young Nigerians, this sounded very different. Unlike other politicians, he spoke more like manager discussing solutions than a traditional politician making emotional promises. This matter changed social media perspectives, talks, trends, and even discussions, debates as well. Platforms like Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram became headquarters of obedient movement. People spread news about P2B. Young people created videos, debated on those videos, posters, songs, memes, live streamings, and live discussions daily on daily basis. The movement grew rapidly because it was driven mostly by ordinary citizens like people who believe in P2B themselves. Students promoted this obedient movement. Young professionals promoted it as well. Nigerians in the diaspora promoted this obedient movement. So even people who had participated in politics before suddenly became politically active. So this was unusual in Nigeria, unlike what we used to know, unlike what we are very familiar with, unlike the traditional politics. This was very different. And PVC registration centers became crowded with young Nigerian voters. Guys, political discussions entered campuses, barbershops, online spaces, and even hairdressing salons. It entered into the lives of people because P2B had come as somebody who is bringing hope and making everything look different than what it used to be. So the obedient movement became bigger than just a campaign. It became almost a national conversation and a national movement. Many supporters being obedient, uh, being obedient meant standing against corruption, bad governance, and old political system. They believed that they failed Nigeria for decades. So supporters often described him as simple man who understands what the people are going through, discipline itself, careful with public money. He's somebody who manages public funds. He doesn't embezzle. So this is the reasons why many Nigerians will still talk about P2B even till tomorrow. P2B is believed to have become the voice of Nigerian youth with these things I just mentioned right now. But so many people will still ask questions. Is he still going to continue being the voice of Nigerians? What do you guys have to say about this? Tell me what you think in the comment section.